Welcome to a East Coast early because I got to clock in at 6 p.m. my time to work. So, welcome to an early 4 o'clock Eastern time. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Giving me the vapors. I should have said for a croc shadow. If you saw the wonderful piece by Ryan James, The Croc Bog. That's what that means. Or as he calls it, what does he call it? What does he call it? What does he call it? Notifications. Excuse me. So flying solo for the first hour at least on this Gator Bog. Gator Bog. So let me share screen here. A million things open here. Windows, Gonna crash the system. My Windows 7 gonna crash it. There we go. Which one is it? I'm thinking. Oh, right there. There we go. So finally finished that last night on the Short Jaw stream, which was about 4 hours, a little over 4 hours. And Ryan James finally finished the coloring on Croc Bog. Of course, knowing him, he'll go back and tweak and but maybe not too much. Put a lot of work into it. Look at that, man. Colorful piece. Knocked it out of the, okay, we'll go real big with it. There we go. I made a few suggestions. Put a little bit of taste buds on him. Make sure the twigs are there. You always have to have the twigs on the right side of bogs. Is this another iteration of bog? Is it? Let's see. Put a little blood on the talons, just a little bit. Not much. Like maybe freshly killed something. I don't know. But made a little suggestion. Don't make the spots all black in uniform, maybe some brown, gray, whatever, on the arms. A little variety in there. When it comes to this type of thing, you just want a little variety in the piece, points of interest. That was another thing I said, give your eyes place to rest from time to time on some of these things. That's something I learned in college. I was thinking about you today, Kate. I was thinking about you because I maybe saw something, your your X account or something. I was like, or maybe I was going to send you something. I don't know. I think it was. I think it was today. Man, things blend together. Omer glitch going early today. Yeah, because I have to clock in at 6. I have to clock in at 6, and normally we end at 6, right? So that gives me no time to get over there. Although it's about 10-minute drive. Depending on traffic. Understood. What's understood? What have we understood? What do we understand? And then also my piece, I'm not done with mine. His was a smaller piece now. Ryan's was a smaller piece from in the sketchbook. Mine's 17 by 11, and it's got a lot of detail, especially in the foreground here. And then Boggs always got a lot of detail, although this is more Hulk body and I'll add some hairs and stuff. Is it hair if you're a plant? But much lighter color scheme so far here in the bottom because he's really coming out of asphalt in the Hulk cover 105, Incredible Hulk 105. But I'm pleased with it, so far. I do like the color scheme, just very simple, green, sort of yellow, ochre, brown, and that's about it, but it pops. It makes that green pop. Wanted to have a meeting with Ryan, but I'll give myself some time to think. We'll meet tomorrow. Sometimes you just can't. I was supposed to meet with Omer today too, but due to going in so early, it just upheaved, And today I was trying to take rest, no more than what I've been doing, but my heart has started racing some every now and then, and I cut back on the vitamins, taking so much. I didn't take some vitamin B12 for, I don't know if it's just I haven't been getting enough sleep because, I've been streaming so much, uh, doing extra draw streams and other things on the weekend. I don't know. What have I done? I had to look just to, it all blends together after a while. Yesterday's 4 o'clock shadow did get struck down, but no copyright strike or anything like that. It did get taken off. I thought it might be start playing some of those cartoons and stuff, openers, just the trailers. Um, Copyright violations. Late night draws. Let's see what else. I guess just late night draws and the 4 o'clock shadow. I did have that momentum marathon like 3-4 days ago. That was an extra added, early morning. I guess that was on Saturday. I can't remember. I think it was on a day off. So okay, 11 by 17. Yeah. Sorry, I dropped the ball today. I had a little insomnia myself last night. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I was up. I got up about around 10, something like that. Of course, went to bed late because we were drawing late, but and watched maybe 3 episodes of Gunsmoke and had a cup of coffee and ate a little something, not much. I don't think. Uh, Fed her, been letting her out. Went to the bank, cashed my check right before the show. And when you up at an hour, it's like, yeah, I don't have that hour to do running around and whatnot. And I don't want to shorten the show. So uh this will give me an hour afterwards to actually get ready for work and maybe go to the store and get her some treats before we go or something. I'll probably wait. I don't know. I'll probably wait and just stop on the way out of town and get her something or get her something when I'm down there. She hasn't got a big variety of treats right now and got to keep my baby happy, as long as I got plenty of meals for her for a couple months stocked up, think about the future. Uh, maybe tomorrow I'll have more time, to do some things. Had a new backer, like I said, so that'll be coming in the bank here pretty soon. So woohoo! Another $35 sale. Of course, they take out their 1%, whatever that be. It's pretty close. No, if you're not doing Fund My Comic, then that's pretty sad because it doesn't get better than 1%, for all year long. To take out 1% is nothing. Uh, and they're just now they're just now getting they're just now getting the larger creators over there. I think Cecil's still the largest over there though. those diecast cars by Ethan and the other creators just aren't going to be that huge campaign. People want good story, good, and if you haven't backed Devil Flyer, I feel sorry for you. I haven't. I guess I checked my Gmail here real quick. I think I did earlier. She's supposed to get me the designs for the sketch card, so everybody will be getting a sketch card. I'll be, once I get this, work on this a little bit more. Yeah, I don't see anything new on that. I'll start working on everybody's sketch cards, and the very first one, or well, actually a little larger than that. I've got to get Kate from Orlando. I got to get Kate's Lady of the Night. Now I have the perfect thing in mind for that. Now I put some thought into it. I just don't want to. I don't do. I've tried. I did try and do. I did one. I wasn't satisfied with it. Sorry, dear, for being so late with that. I'll get that to you in your books. Um, but I know and I'll send your charter member card and hopefully get the sketch card. I'll wait till the sketch cards come in and I'll do you a sketch card so that I don't have to double mail or you don't have to wait on it. So and Raul's, I wrapped up his all ready to go, and it's like, shoot, I forgot the charter member card, and now I might as well wait. Just, to put it in there. I can slit it open and slide it in, no problem, and seal it up. That's no biggie. But I got it ready to mail a week ago. He bought the digital tier, so we're getting closer to that dog 6 a.m. sticker. Like I said, I think we'll get there for sure. My personal goal is I would love to be able to get to $5,000, but if we can't, we can't. But I think we can by the end of it. But if we don't, we've already superseded, but there's still, like our most recent, backer, there's still people out there, if they'll just take a look at the campaign, especially since I and Omer kind of renewed everything on there. Talking about size, Omer, no, not that size, not that thing. Anyway, I was thinking about doing, that cover of the tenants sideways as well, and having Peter Samedi probably print that up. That would be a good series actually for, if I could get that off the ground and get and get that in the works a little bit more. That would be a great series for Alterna. I think it'd be a good Netflix property, something like that, something. But anyway, so you'd have two 11x17s, sideways like this to make, side by side to make the building for the cover. And, the whole issue would be sideways. Done like what I'm proposing to do the Midnight Story in all landscape portrait, because there's, show the town, show the mesas or whatever, landscape, train, you got more room. It's just, it lends itself to a Western. And, but the Tenants does too, I think. I think that would be cool to do it that way. It's just a different way early on to mix things up, because I really want to mess with the format of the comic and really challenge you on what is a comic and what does a comic look like. It doesn't necessarily have to be this way or even in the square format. And I'm not talking die cut covers, although that's a little thing that you can do. It is more expensive, I guess, to do something like that. I don't guess it would be. It just depends on how you design it. You might even have a cutter thing made, to cut off what you want to cut off and after it's printed, and then you just have to format the artwork to make sure you don't cut off the artwork or anything. Yeah, everything takes a little bit of planning. I'm just here to make neat things and you know, uh, entertain myself as much and challenge myself. Uh, thinking about, okay, what I need most right now. I need to get at least a logo made for the unseen artwork of John Buscema. So I'll be getting that made up here pretty soon. I really need a good bog logo, which if I sit down, I could probably design one myself, but I'll probably give that job to Ryan or something since he's been into bog recently. Why not? And just maintaining, right? Go to work, cash those paychecks, and send that money out to artists, creators, as quick as possible to get things done as quick as possible. Pleased with the way this is coming out. Like I say, going to finish this up. Going to work on this till I get it finished, which it's getting there. It likes a good 20% more, maybe 30%. I could probably put into it some more. And I'm glad with the scale of it and everything, and the coloring come along pretty good. And really, I have some other homage covers in mind to do. But I will definitely do a short bog story, and we'll put that in the art book. To please all the bog fans, and to please and just to do a story all by myself. And I'll have probably Keith Gleason letter it. I haven't talked to John, and I really was going to get with him yesterday. Totally forgot about it. I haven't seen John in a while. The John Falandes that drew Devil Flyer. So I need to get with him and see how he's doing and spend some time with him and give him his charter member card and tell him how things been going, and hit him up for that. See if he wants to do that Tenets brownstone cover, and get that out of the way. And the brownstone building is where most of the story takes place. So it's like House of Mystery, House of Secrets. It becomes a character on itself, the environment. Tank Ferret, you are, wonderful guy. And Sabrina was singing your praises, what a wonderful person she thought you were. So you should feel pride, my friend. And I'm glad you came on camera and you're looking so dapper. That's a good word, right? Dapper. I don't know. That you're looking healthy, wealthy, and wise. How about that? Well, 2 out of 3 is not bad, right, Tank? But we'll get there, brother. We'll get there. We'll get there together. How's that? Tank, I'm trying to talk into, although he's being very cagey with me. I'm trying to talk him into being one of the cover artists for either Momentum Unleashed or Devil Flyer Zero. Lies, filthy human lies. Yeah. What, are you not a human? Are you like Lorenzo Sleestack? Are you a Sleestackian, or are you something else? These military guys, they identify as something else, or that, one portion of their life, they're like, I've got a secret. I got a secret. I was in the military, and that's a whole brave new world, isn't it? Okay. So how about something funny? Found something funny here. Here we go. Make sure we played the first one yesterday. Let's just play this one. Just stopping that. Yeah, Star Trek, the next redneck configuration. That's hard to say. I just want to make sure this is playing and you can see it. Okay. And I have it on full screen. So, Tank says I was once a normal ferret thrown into a particle accelerator by scientists, then bitten by a radioactive tank. I just happen to have a human like. I guess that's is that mech suit? Wow, I was reading that as an R or something, RH. That's pretty wild when it was so small. Oh well, they say that's one of the first things to go. Anyway, here we go.
Out in Sector Bubba 9, past the Cracker Barrel Nebula, we're cruising through the stars in a rusted Winnebago. Picard's on the porch, wearing flip-flops and Crocs, sipping tea sweet, iced out his warp safe mason jar box. He says engage while lighting his pipe. Riker shirts off, grilling ribs with hype. Wesley runs up, tripwire on his foot. We laugh as he trips and lands face first and sub. Beam me up, there's gators in the nacelles. We got Borgs in the barn and Tribbles in the wells. We're redneck trekkers, just warping with pride, with a trailer park, starship, and a possum inside. Warp speed, y'all, get it! Worth chugging moonshine, wrestling a raccoon, calls it a glorious hunt under the redneck moon. Troy's reading minds at the poker shack, says y'all feeling shame, and we say yeah, but it's fine with Jack. Data's playing banjo, trying to feel the groove. Emotion chip failed, but he's still busting moves. Dr. Crusher's run a backwoods clinic, cure space scurvy with gravy and a biscuit. He'll set lasers to fried with that chicken on stun. O'Brien's got the grill and Jordy's fixing the fun. Q shows up drunk in a camouflage hat, turns a moonshine jug into a warp capacitator vat. Redneck track ain't holding back. Yours got a shotgun posted at the still. Security alert, some Klingons on the hill. Them boys show up, but they ain't looking for war. They just want cornbread and a jam with the boys next door. Wesley's inventing a war-powered lawnmower. It explodes again, that boy's a shower, not a goer. Picard hollers, make it done, number one. Riker moonwalks barefoot, yelling, this is fun. Troy's reading Picard, says you're anxious and tense. He says I'm in a trailer surrounded by nonsense, but he sips that tea sweet iced and cracks a grin. Says let's boldly go, y'all, again and again. Tractor beams and denim dreams, warping past them fancy Starfleet schemes. It's the next redneckeration. Grab your jug and sing, where redneck logic outdrinks the captain's bling. It's the next redneckeration, a blundering sensation. Yeehaw!
Crushing it with Crusher. That's a lot of fun. You like that? Best show ever. No, right? I'd watch that. Yeah, I'd watch that. I want that trailer. All right, I'll send it to you, Tank. I'll send you the other one too. Did you see the other one? I guess I could have keyed that one up too. If you didn't see the other one with the original, here's it. You want to watch that? All right, let's put that in there. We played that yesterday. And last night on the draw stream, there we go.
Captain Kirk in a wife-beater shirt, beer in hand and mud on his boots, hollering loud about the warp drive broke. Y'all were stuck in this galactic hooch. Spikes on the porch, here sharp as knives, sipping sweet tea, calculating life. Says Jim, that ain't logical, you're just drunk. But Kirk hollers back, Spock, hold my skunk. Beam me up, Bubba, this trailer's on fire. Scotty's grilling hot dogs with the plasma wire. We're boldly going where no redneck's gone, in a double wide spaceship with a rebel song. Bones is yelling, I'm a doctor, not a chef, as he fries up some gator on the meth lab deck. The herder's got the CV talking smooth as silk, says we got Klingons stealing all our milk. Chekhov's fishing in the kiddie pool, swears the catfish is a Russian Jew. Sudo's riding shotgun on the mower deck, and tribals keep clogging up the septic tank. Beam me up, Bubba, this trailer's on fire. Scotty's grilling hot dogs with the plasma wire. We're boldly going where no redneck's gone, in a double wide spaceship with a rebel song. Bring me up, Bubba, this trailer's on fire. Scotty's grilling hot dogs with a plasma wire. We're boldly going where no redneck's gone, in a double wide spaceship with a rebel song.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Gotta bounce. Like, shares. Yeah. Sign reads Gordon fishing. I missed that. I missed that. And too bad it won't play better than on Choppy Ass TV. It really is good. Number one with the mullet. Yeah. Wife beater shirt. Good stuff. Anyways, what's going on in the world today? You tell me. Lots of stuff. Awesome from Angus McBride, a legendary beast from Finding Out magazine. Great dragon. Let me show you this. Bam. Like a good dragon. That's a good dragon there. Good dragon piece. Been retweeting some stuff. Never knew that Uncanny X-Men 173, by Paul Smith, actually sold that in my store. I believe that was one of the issues. I did not know that the reprint cover of X-Men Classic 77 by Adam Hughes was kind of like a reversal and an homage to that earlier Paul Smith cover. So here's the original Paul Smith cover. Let's see, September. I'm not sure what year that is. So 82 or 83, I guarantee you. Somewhere in there. 84 maybe. And here's the Adam Hughes. Very nice. Never knew that. That's cool just to get a couple of copies of those and frame them together. That would be pretty cool. Although I must say I prefer the Paul Ryan. Sorry, Adam. But nice cover. Nonetheless. Never knew that so I didn't get very many of them. Robert Crumb, here's one of his books, The Monkey Wrench Game by Edwin Abbey, and illustrations by Robert Crumb. You can pick that up online from Ken Sanders, Rare Books. I've not heard of that one. Here's the cover to that. Monkey Wrench Game. Robert Crumb over the decades is definitely, he definitely developed as an artist. That's for sure, from his early stuff. He's done some nice stuff. 52, speaking of Star Trek, and not redneck Star Trek, but 52 years ago, Star Trek came on TV. And 52 years ago today, Star Trek, the animated series, debuted as well. So that's some synchronicity for you. Here's a good question for you, and I don't know if I have an answer. What does the world need most right now? Use one word. Maybe Jesus. How about that? That was easy. It was easy. For me, anyway. Grace, mercy. Maybe it's had a little bit more than that. This is known as hostile architecture. Businesses are using these spikes to keep the homeless from sleeping or loitering. Activists are calling it cruel. What's your opinion? My opinion is that I think it's sad that that they have to go to such extremes to protect their business from these nutso activists. That's my short answer. But check out with that noise there, but putting spikes up there. It's sad that, places have to go to such de-beautification and things like this, to keep their businesses and public places, from having homeless people all over the place. And it's just sad that we had to go to such extremes, and dangerous extremes too. If you fall on these things by accident, I would think lawsuit. I hope they don't do a lot of this. They just need to, in my opinion, how do I get out of this? Where am I at? Where'd I go? Back to profile, maybe. You and big in the screen, and then you can't get off. Here's a Harley Quinn piece for Carrie. I got to get off this screen. It's crazy. Can't get off the screen. 59 years ago today, 1966, Bowling Go where no man has gone before. Which I had to wonder, if the pilot. So not the pilot was already out. Here's some Simon Bisley. And a great Simon Bisley fan is Phil Diaz. And I've been talking to Phil Diaz about getting him on and talking about his new Western project. And he'll be on, fairly shortly. He's a big Bisley fan. I think his Swamp Thing, Bisley, and, he's and of course Bisley's done a couple of his covers. I'm going to ask him, how many covers has Bisley done for you? At least 2 that I know of. Beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, man, David Lee Roth here. This is David Lee Roth. It is. He looks more like Neil Diamond. I wouldn't have recognized him as David Lee Roth, especially with that haircut. That's pretty sad. I found this very revealing. I don't know what we're doing to our young people today. You know, they're all part of a death cult. This was pretty wild. This guy cooks a 200 piece of meat, you know, wagyu steak and $300 honey. Yeah, I'd eat that. Would you eat this? Sure, it's probably awesome, but you know, who wants to spend $500 on a steak? Of course, you're gonna have some honey left over and stuff, right? But and why is the meat so expensive? I bet it's tender as hell. But
So I started by taking a piece of Wagyu beef and putting it into a bunch of honey. $200 in steak, $300 in honey. The lid, put it on. Into the oven it goes. 45 minutes at 250. Take the lid off and look at that, you guys. Cooked a perfect 120 degrees internal. We're just gonna go ahead and take that out. Let some of that honey drip off. We don't need that much, and put it onto this rack. Go ahead while it's resting, scrape off some of that excess honey because we don't need that much. Come with some black pepper. And then I have this volcanic salt from Hawaii. I sprinkle a little bit of that on there for flavor.
Volcanic
Okay, it's been 2 minutes. We're gonna come over here, throw this down onto the piping hot pan. We're gonna let this cook up for 2 minutes. You're not gonna need to put oil in the pan because look at all the fat oozing out of this steak. So we're gonna go ahead and flip it. It's been 2 minutes. Look at that sear and crust, you guys. Don't mind this black stuff. That's just the crust or the burnt honey. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. We're gonna take this off.
looks like a giant
on the cutting board. Gotta cut it into strips. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Cuts through like butter. Cooked perfectly, you guys, but we're not done yet. We're gonna come with a little bit more honey. Give it a little drizzle.
Is that all the honey you get for like
pick it up?
$200?
Wagyu and honey. Bee money has never tasted so good.
And why you got to be so weird about it? Oh, me. Hulk Hogan's widow, Sky Davis, is planning on suing Hulk's doctors for medical malpractice. She believes his phrenic, I hope I say this right, phrenic nerve, which controls your breathing, was compromised during his May neck surgery. And this may have played a significant role in his death. It may have. I can see that. Yeah. Let that speak for itself. That was Kamala Harris's VP pick, and he's been in parades with dresses on and all kinds of stuff. That, you know, we have truly become a weird nation. I agree with that sentiment right there. Remembering when Corey, how do you say his last name? Haim accused Sheen of forced relations when he was only 13 and Sheen was 19. It also explains how he contracted HIV. Charlie Sheen opens up about sexual encounters with men for the first time. Yep. Kamala Harris getting LAPD protection after Secret Service detail revoked, source says. Yeah, Trump did that recently, and we shouldn't pay for her Secret Service. She's got money enough to pay for her own services, and the taxpayers shouldn't be paying for it. This was neat. Right into a Vincent Van Gogh's painting. Good use of AI. I assume this is AI, right? What I know, that's above my pay grade, but that's wonderful. Yeah. Anyone have one of these? Yeah. 6 weeks in a row. Yeah, I had those. I think my mother, well, up till recently, she had some Ronald McDonald's glasses still. I found this funny. I'm your Huckleberry. That's our vice president, if you don't know. Totally disagree with critical thinking and drinking's assessment of the Bond movies. Totally disagree with that. I would have my own. Speaking of Huckleberry, this is cute. Check this out.
Well,
All right, that's a little low. That's a little low for my taste. And I'm not talking about the way he's dressed. Ha!
well. I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Why, Johnny Ringo, you look like somebody just walked over your grave.
Fight's not with you, Holiday.
I beg to differ, sir. We started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
I was just fooling about.
I wasn't.
What?
Wow! Oh, those little kid things. Man with No Strings, 0. Check it out. Diaz Brothers. Wonderful poster. I want to do a wanted poster. Here's Tom Baker as Sherlock Holmes. He was the 4th Doctor Who. Oh, good. I've got my now I can get back to StreamYard. Shoot. Oh, Sleeping Till Brooklyn. That is beautiful. Looks good. I'm big in that. I couldn't get off the screen. I was like, how am I going to end the stream? The stream that goes on perpetually. Wonderful being Grimm there. Stogie. Hell yeah. If I drew a Marvel character, it would probably be the Thing. You know, he is one of my favorite characters. Aaron Lopresti, Conan. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, none of these losers should be the new James Bond. Elba there, he might be able to pull it off, but again, he's a white British guy. White, but I'm not going to get hung up on that. If they, look, they've already killed Bond, so it doesn't really matter. There is a Lady Midnight coming out, and I'm like, maybe I should have named my book Lady Midnight, but Midnight in the Roustabouts. It's all good. Shout out to Shadowpunk Inferno launching October 10th. Sign up today. Sign up today. I'll get the link for you. Let me get the link for you. You have to get that comic. What comic's that? Sorry, I'm behind on the conversation. Anyway, Shadowpunk, let's see. Yeah, beautiful looking work. That's a Jim Steranko variant from King Size Hulk #2. Very cool. Very intriguing variant cover. My tribute to the legendary Giant Size Hulk #1. #1. I thought it was #2. Okay. Who am I to disagree? You know what? I'm going to throw down the gauntlet. Let's see who's right. We'll just go over to eBay and say, and that always pops up. Giant. Usually there's a Hulk. Let's say 1. Let's see 1 or 2. Let's say who 2. Am I right? Okay, 2 is the X-Men cover. Okay, Big Gil Kane. So maybe it is. Maybe it is 1. Let's try 1. Come on. Let's see. Dr. Mass knows his stuff. He'll be joining us Friday, where we look at all things Steve Ditko. Look here. This isn't the cover here. You know what? I'm just put in Jim. Put in Jim. King Size Special #1. King Size Special #1, 1968. And that's what that looks like right there. Pretty hefty price. I've actually got one of these, $199. And mine's in better shape than this one, I can assure you. Of course, they can ask anything they want, right? But iconic Steranko cover, definitely. Got mine years ago. So that music's in my head now. Already going, be there in a minute. Okay. Let me make sure you got the link because I'm not really sure. Tell you the truth. Yes, I had to go early because I have to be at work at 6. You're home early though today. Seems like. Not even 4 o'clock. Oh, well, I guess that's about the time you get home, right? You're here every day. I should know this. That's not what I want. I went to Facebook instead of Instagram. I've been going to Facebook more lately. Of course, I have it. Not thinking, trying to do the show, multitasking, not my strong suit. I was hoping Mark Largent could come on, but he was visiting family yesterday. Oh, he says I can do it next Friday after work. So that's cool. Hopefully he means this Friday coming up. Should have the Blu-rays by then, he says, be able to show off the box set. Okay. That's cool. Give him a thumbs up on that. I guess he's between projects. So let's see. Oh. Okay. So sent Shadowhawk the link. I was reading something from yesterday he sent me. When traffic is light, I get home a little earlier. Okay. Apex Comics in the house. How are you, Apex? Hope you're doing good. Hope your campaign's doing good. Hell, I have that Hulk king size special. Yeah, man, it's went up. Paid $3.99 for it in 1998. What a deal! I know some of the prices on some of these old books have really went up. I bought like a good copy of Hulk number 180, which is the first appearance of Wolverine. I don't care what you say, unless you want to count the ads. I kind of want to count the ads myself. First cameo appearance in an ad. There you go. Only in 3 Marvel magazines, considering how many magazines they had or comics out there at the time. That's amazing that they only put that ad in for the upcoming Incredible Hulk with the Wolverine on it only in 3 ads. One was in Thor, one was in Daredevil, and I forget the other issue. I believe Daredevil 115. The only one I don't have is the Thor one. And I used to have that on like a school, not binder, but one of those cardboard inserts, 3-ring binder. I had a bunch of those stuff back in 1975. And that was one of the covers that they made into one of those. Kitty Flips, Flip City. She says, I remember when Grok created an Alfred E. Newman style of me. It's cute, but I do wish it gave me a missing tooth. Oh, she wanted a missing tooth. Okay. That's cute. I like that. You should check out Flip City Magazine over on Fun My Comic. I think they've got something going on right now. Welcome to the show, my co-host, Mr. Shadowhawk.
Hey, hello. How you doing, Rex?
Good. Had to go early. If I wanted to
I
shorten
was
the show.
just surprised.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
I was going to
Me
be here
too.
on time today.
Me too. It's been kind of windy. I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna work, but yeah, I woke up and it's 6 o'clock. Clock in at 6, so it's like, okay, we'll do Eastern. Every now and then we have to go Eastern. It is getting darker, like toward the end of the season, quicker, right?
Right.
This always
yeah.
happens with me. Oh, that's Christy.
Did have
Yeah,
some good
Christy.
news
Yeah.
when I got in the door today. Got my copy of Toma Reckoning #3.
Oh, so cool. Yeah.
2 copies, actually.
2 copies. Okay, with little posted notes, like I kind of got. That's cool.
Yeah, Dio said, Shadow, thank
And you got another one coming.
Yeah. Said, sorry about the delay. I'll be sending the Sal piece. I forgot he was doing a Sal piece for me, too. With the next batch. Can't wait to launch with you and Rex for the #4, and which will be free for me. That's right, baby.
Yeah, free for you and free for me. All we got to do is pay the shipping. And if we want to tip him a little bit more, and we probably will, then we get a free copy of 4. That's awesome. I still want to back it, so maybe I'll buy 2 copies.
Yeah, even if he sends me one free, I'll probably back it again anyway. Because
it's good stuff. Yeah,
I don't want.
I've got mine right here.
Establishing a little, momentum.
Here's a CG book you don't have that I have.
What? Okay, I can't read it. You're jiggling it around. Oh, how is that different than what I got?
1 and 2.
Was that a variant cover?
It's like the trade paperback of 1 and 2.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. No, I don't have that.
Yeah, and then that one you got, and then you got this.
Yeah, I got a couple of pinups in one of the packages, and then some trading cards in the other one.
A couple? Are there a couple in mine? Oh, there are a couple.
Yeah, should be.
You got yours out? You want to show the other one? Because it was behind this one. I didn't know it was so perfectly.
Yeah, hold on.
I didn't know that there was 2.
I can pop it out here in just a second.
Somebody clip that, please. I want to use that later.
Oh, there's 3 prints in here.
Oh, 3 prints. Well, I guess I ought to check my bag just to see if I got 3 prints in mine,
Yeah.
Or if there was a mistake.
Got the werewolf there.
Yeah.
Got this dude holding up somebody's head.
Yeah. That's my
pretty
ex-wife.
Cool.
Or that's
looks like maybe it's her head.
Wow. Whose feet? What the? Oh, wow.
I think it might have been hers.
I opened up the wrong bag. Damn. I opened up 3.
And then this one here, which is a pretty cool shot too. Nice.
That almost looks like Red Sonja.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, very cool.
Oh, that's trading card. Oh no, I did open up the right thing. Damn, this is the one with the prints. And I go to open up the other one, and it's got the trading card in it. I thought the trading card was very dark, and I thought this was very dark too.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Let's see, I'll mention that to him. And maybe it wasn't intended that way, by his wife, because his wife colors, things.
But,
right. Sometimes that can come out darker in printing.
Yep. And then got
got those 3 prints. Yeah.
2 of the trading cards
right here. Oh, 2 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, of course you bought the book twice, right?
Right. Yep.
Right. That's why you have 2. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a doubler.
Yeah. Well, there's no greater guy in comics hardly than D. Let's admit it.
Oh, Just a sweetheart of a guy. Can't wait to launch number 4 with him when we bring him on in again.
Carrie in the house, Oi Savaloy. You can go back on replay. I shared a Harley Quinn piece earlier. And
Oi,
I
Carrie.
guess were you listening earlier?
I only caught a couple of minutes of the show before I came in. So.
Okay. Anybody read this short comic Chuck Dixon and Richard Meyer did a few years ago with Norwal on the art?
Which one?
This one here, Salt and Sugar.
Oh no, I didn't get that one.
Didn't get that one. Okay, I was just wondering.
Nope.
I've never seen it. I guess that was one of Norwal's early, very early. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I wasn't even aware of that one.
And I had shown this, and I know you take interest in this because, you know, your number one Doctor Who fan is, you know, it's Tom Baker. There he is playing another role. The time he played Sherlock Holmes. I actually had that on disc. Yeah, in the Sherlock Holmes collection. He played a good Holmes, I must say. You know.
Yeah, I think he would be a good Holmes. I haven't seen it, but I'll probably
talking to Phil Diaz about getting him on.
Yeah, we haven't seen Phil for a while.
Yeah. Here's your werewolf representation for today. I think you'll like this one. I love this.
Ooh, little snow.
Almost like a Wendigo, huh? Look.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool looking. I like the white.
He looks like he could chomp off your head like a rabbit and not even, you know, blink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So an early night for Rex tonight. Wow. That's kind of surprising at this time of the season.
Well, I mean, you know, when we start out, I may not clock in or start spraying till like 9, you know, because it gets at the start of the season, but it may be 4 or 3 o'clock at the end of the season because it gets darker earlier, you know?
Yeah.
So
they do.
You know, at the end of the season, I have to clock in earlier and earlier and earlier, and I'm not complaining. At least I'm getting to work. I mean, last time we went out, I think there were 3 trucks. They're doing a lot more with the airport, you know. So it's good to have seniority.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Larry that hired on a year before I did, he hurt his back and is out for the season. So that's competition right there.
So you're the top guy now.
Well, I mean, Larry Talbot's probably the top guy. He kind of took over after the whole day crew, which was 2 guys quit. And I think they've gotten him help, but he's been working days and nights, but he's kind of retired and can do that. He was the guy that packs the gun, you know, the small firearm, and has been with us a year or so. I think this is his 2nd year. I trained him early last year. Went out with him at least once. They don't double out very much.
Right. Well,
drivers.
I think they have to get somebody trained.
This is David Lee Roth. I wanted to show this to you since you came in late. This is David Lee Roth. He really shouldn't be singing.
No, yeah, he's
just looking
former shadow of the front man he used to be.
Oh, he's not even shadow, man. Look at him. He looks like Neil Diamond up there, you know, with that haircut. Does that look like David Lee Roth to you? I wouldn't recognize the man.
No. But then I'm used to seeing him with the long hair too, so
Well, I mean, even with long hair, I wouldn't recognize him, and I sure don't recognize his voice. And I don't want to play any of it, but maybe after the show
no.
I can play you some of that. That was pretty. He was performing in Indiana there. Today is 59 years since Star Trek came on TV, and the animated Star Trek released today on today's date
Oh, very cool.
as well.
Yeah.
There's that Harley piece for you, Carrie, real quick. Commission someone did. Trying to find something here, so I'm going through that. But yeah, 52 years ago, the Star Trek animated show debuted. This was wild.
What in the
Genetic
world?
engineering. Genetic engineering.
Really?
Well, I don't. It's just an artistic piece, probably.
Yeah.
That's a cool dragon, though, huh? Look at that.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah, very nice.
Green is my favorite color.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Here's a white check. Ballad of Beta Ray Bill and Howard the Duck. That's wild.
I like Beta Ray
I like
Bill.
that Howard the Duck is looking very evil there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never cared for Howard the Duck, really, but I liked Beta Ray Bill.
Howard the Duck versus here was a beast piece someone did. Joe Jusko, I guess. I don't like this furry, this, I don't know. It's just not, I prefer the sleeker, George Perez. I just do.
Yeah, I don't care for the beast in that. He's a little too furry there.
He's a little too furry, yeah. You remember he and Dazzler had a tryst in the 80s.
Oh yeah, almost forgot about that.
You want to explain this to people? You got
What's
drive, you got neutral, you got low.
Hold on. Yeah, you got probably low is your like first gear, drive is your cruising gear. You got neutral up top there, and that probably the one all the way to the right over there is probably park.
Okay, that's just blank. Yeah, looks like it's blank. So probably
Unless
park,
it could be reverse, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of vehicle would have this? What kind of car would have that in it? Back in the day.
I've seen a bunch of different like push button transmissions on older cars back in the day. I think they were kind of fairly common.
Yeah.
I've never seen that exact design on one before.
Have you ever driven one? I've never driven one.
I almost bought one when I was a kid. I was looking for like an old car to turn into a hot rod, and I found, I think it was an old Dodge or something, like a Dart, and had pretty cool lines on it and stuff. But I went to go take a look at it, and it had the transmission buttons were right underneath the radio on the dashboard. And I was like, I don't know if I trust that, man. I don't want to spend money on this thing. Push button transmission. That's the first time I ever saw one.
Right. I don't.
So I never drove that car. I took a look at it and it was cool, but I was like, nah, I'm moving on. Almost bought a 1970 Roadrunner at that same time when I was looking for cars. I ended up settling in on the, I think it was the 78 Camaro that time.
Yesterday we showed the inks, the black and white to Gator Bog.
Very nice.
Yes. But now he has it finished.
Yeah, I saw you had the colored piece up for the thumbnail today.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
That's cool.
Man, Ryan just gets better and better, dude. This guy is killing it.
I wonder what the red is at the very extreme bottom.
Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit.
I mean, some of the other is mushrooms. Maybe it's just a design sense.
Yeah, it
that
looks like he's got a couple of little red dots on his right arm. I
yeah,
can't tell what the one.
those are mushrooms. They're
Yeah.
mushrooms all around, but at the
Oh, you know
bottom
what?
it
Looks
seems
just like that's the sunset back behind Bog there,
oh, okay,
where you can see the red and
between
the
his
orange a
legs.
little bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, he did transition down there by where the
Mm-hmm.
bend of
You
the
can just see it
arms are.
peeking through
Yeah,
a little bit.
from yellow to sort of pinkish to a deep red below.
Mm-hmm.
That's good design because you're like you go like his crotch area is red, and then on the mushrooms on each arm and on his back and on his shoulder. It's just your eyes dancing around, and the red blood on his claws, which is very subdued. I suggested put a little blood on the claws.
Very cool. Yeah,
I
you
had
came
some.
out great, Ryan. Bravo, sir. Bravo.
That looks great. Yeah. Hell, Gator Bog. If you don't like it, I'll chew your head off. Rom, rom, rom. Eat them up. Eat them up. Yum, yum.
You got Bog was scary. Here comes Gator Bog.
Absolutely. I've got to get this cover. I don't know if you got to see the cover Shadow Hike, but it's not done yet, but it's at least I have everything blocked in now.
Oh yeah. I think you were still missing the left arm last time I looked at it.
Yes, you were. Yes, I was. In fact, I will show you what I got accomplished last night. How will I do that? I will show
To the
you.
magic of video.
Said I would show you.
Hell, Edwin the Ace in the house. What's up, Edwin?
Hey, Edwin. At least I'm going to attempt to show you.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
And he goes.
My patience wouldn't stand with you, mister.
Every day. So what are you trying to say?
Nothing. Business as usual.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Come on now. I had it pulled up there. Where is it?
Oh, so it's Monday already?
Okay. So there, I'm holding it up.
Hey,
All right.
Still got a tie.
Hey,
You can send me your votes, people.
there you
Sitting
go.
with a tie between oysters and mussels right now. Ah, very nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that shows you how much I liked on the thing.
Right.
I'd done a little blocking in on the shoulder, but that was it yesterday. And I might even
very
show them
nice.
the cover. I get to see my own Vaseline cam here. I really got to do something about that. Yeah, and
Have
it's
you tried
based on this.
cleaning the lens?
It's not either. It's based. It's
You'd be
based.
surprised.
It's
Cleaning
getting
that
off that.
lens will do.
It's getting off that Windows 7 and upgrading and updating and maybe a new computer. But
maybe
anyway, that showed you the cover that I'm trying to do. Dr. Mask, I really would like to get, here's the last page that Richie Acosta did on the Dr. Mask project. Very nice. I'm really thinking about entering his contest because he has a very intriguing
cool.
Yeah, I know, right? It's going to be a good book.
I mean,
You're going to enjoy that.
Reminds me of like an old House of Mystery cover or something. That's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Got the big grandfather clock in the background. Classic element. Love it.
Yeah. He's got an intriguing, a visually interesting character from the very beginning. Here is Sophia as Tigra from Fire and Ice. And Sophia Margarita is her name. And I think they've got the casting just wonderful on this. Check this out.
So be
We
on
need
the
a live action Fire and Ice. We
Oh
really
wow,
do.
yeah. She looks just like Frank Stride.
Not bad.
That was Frazetta, right? Fire and Ice, wasn't that?
Frazetta. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ralph Batsky, Frank Frazetta.
But, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, Bakshi was the animator, so.
She could
Yeah,
play
but
that
she-
role. Look
Oh
at
yeah,
that.
man, so easy. She could slide right into that role.
Don't put it that way. Please don't put it that way. Slide right in. Man. Yeah, yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, they need to make that
Yes,
movie and
please.
soon
Yes. Absolutely.
before she gets any older.
You know, I've been seeing more and more and more. It's almost like a psyops on X, and then I mean, I could just go to my For You, and they ask you questions. It's almost like, you know, nothing like your social security number or something, but they're trying to pick your brain to see how smart you are or whatever, and do a profile on you. You know,
there's a
it's
lot of
really,
those out there where it's just like, oh, tell me your opinion on this or something. You
yeah.
know, it's like,
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking about. Like stuff like this. Name a famous bear not named Smokey or Fozzie. And I said Yogi. Okay, Yogi Bear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I want to hear a line from an old TV commercial. And I said, where's the beef?
Where is the beef?
And what's something you said that made people mad? And I was a little comical with this one. I said, hello. You had me at hello. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I really don't like to answer those things. That, you know.
It depends what there are. If it's like harmless trivia or like name your favorite horror movie for Halloween or something like that, you know, I'll do stuff like that.
Yeah. I played this earlier. I don't know if you got to see it, so I'm going to play it again because I, you know, think you'll like it.
Alrighty.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
Why, Johnny Ringo, you look like somebody just walked over your grave.
Fight's not with you, Holiday.
I beg to differ, sir. We started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
I was just fooling about.
I wasn't.
No, I wasn't. No, that's just crazy, man. The stuff they get these babies doing now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wonder how much they paid them.
Yeah, I showed a couple of those to Mama Hawk, and she's like finding them all over the place. Huh?
They sing because they can. Oh. Somebody had to think hard about that one. But I wanted to show you this because I didn't get to, you know, you arrived late, and I thought it was hilarious.
Oh,
Goes with
that's great.
the one we showed yesterday.
Oh, wait.
All right, wait a minute. Here we go.
I saw that one randomly popped up again for me today, man. I ended up watching again at lunchtime.
Okay. Well, here's another one.
That next generation? Yeah.
Out in Sector Bubba 9, past the Cracker Barrel Nebula, we're cruising through the stars in a rusted Winnebago. With cards on the porch, wearing flip-flops and in Crocs, sipping T-Sweet iced out his warp safe mason jar box. He says engage while lighting his pipe. Riker shirts off, grilling ribs with hype. Wesley runs up, tripwire on his foot. We laugh as he trips and lands face first in sud. Beam me up, there's gators in the nacelles. We got Borgs in the barn and Tribbles in the wells. We're redneck trekkers, just warping with pride, with a trailer park, starship, and a possum inside. Warp speed, y'all, get it. Worth chugging moonshine, wrestling a raccoon, calls it a glorious hunt under the redneck moon. Troy's reading minds at the poker shack, says y'all feeling shame, and we say yeah, but it's fine with Jack. Data's playing banjo, trying to feel the groove. Emotion chip failed, but he's still busting moves. Dr. Crusher's running backwoods clinic, cure space scurvy with gravy and a biscuit.
Nice scurvy.
Fried with that chicken on stun. O'Brien's got the grill and Jordy's fixing the fun. Q shows up drunk in a camouflage hat, turns a moonshine jug into a warp capacitator vat. Redneck track ain't holding back. Yours got a shotgun posted at the still. Security alert, some Klingons on the hill. Them boys show up, but they ain't looking for war. They just want cornbread and a jam with the boys next door. Wesley's inventing a war-powered lawnmower. It explodes again, that boy's a shower, not a goer. Picard hollers, make it done, number one. Riker moonwalks barefoot, yelling, this is fun. Troy's reading Picard, says you're anxious and tense. He says I'm in a trailer, surrounded by nonsense. But he sips that T-Sweet iced and cracks a grin. Says let's boldly go, y'all, again and again. Tractor beams and denim dreams, warping past them fancy Starfleet schemes. It's the next redneckeration. Grab your jug and sing, where redneck logic outranks the captain's bling. It's the next redneckeration, a blundering sensation. Yeehaw!
That's awesome. It's amazing what they can do. Wait, I'm sure you don't think that's AI.
No, I was going to say it's amazing what they're doing with AI nowadays.
Now he's changed his mind.
Yeah.
That shit's funny.
It's
I
amazing.
like it.
Yeah, I do too. And there's probably some others out there, so I'll try and boldly go. Number one with a mullet. I never liked mullets. I got to be honest with you. There was only one time I grew out a mullet, and I really didn't want to. It's my first wife wanting me to do it. She tried to change me, into something I wasn't. Even slick my hair back like a grease, mobster type.
Yeah, see, I could never do that, dude. I hate that.
Yeah. That's when I actually had color to my hair, but it's all good.
No, I always keep my hair freshly washed. Yeah, hell, when I was like in junior high school and high school, first started chasing girls, I wouldn't even leave the house in the morning unless I had a shower every day. So if I woke up late, I'm getting to school late. I gotta have my shower.
Yeah, I heard something on getting shots today, which was really wild. By age 14, children have like 56 vaccination shots. And back in the day, it was like 5.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're openly, there's no way I would put my child in public school nowadays. No way. Just because of that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is it not? I mean,
No, I agree, dude. It's way too much. But I mean, they've been putting this stuff into our systems for years without being questioned whatsoever. Now all of a sudden people are questioning, well, the COVID shit was all bullshit. And what about the rest of these things they've been feeding us for years?
yeah,
It's a good
biological
question.
warfare. Really, biological warfare behind the citizenry. And it's look, man, it's demonic. It's just it's
ridiculous.
look,
It shouldn't be allowed to happen, but
evil wants all of humanity to die, and the elite think that they're somehow going to be spared. And they're not. Even if they got everything they wanted, they would kill each other to the last person. Because they're misguided.
Yes, to say the least.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm glad we're clean. Hopefully, we're cleaning up some of the toxic junk that's made illegal most around the world. But only in America do we put so many chemicals and things into our food and dyes and things that.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that RFK is going to do something about that. I mean,
I think he's already started with several things, and then them just cracking down on it. I know that there's been several come out and voluntarily take certain things. I think they're being proactive, and
yeah,
I
but
think
they,
that's cool
they
because
need
I
to
think
go straight up like European food practices.
something.
We need to totally revamp all the farming and shit. Because right now, half the shit, even that you're getting fresh from a farmer, has got modified seeds and this, that, and the other. You don't know
Oh,
what they're
I
putting
just
away.
saw where Bill Gates was a lot of the produce, and you need to know the codes. And you look at it, they were like, it's a coating that they put on a lot of the produce, and they were scraping it off with a knife and setting it on fire. It would like ignite when you put flame to it,
Oh, lovely.
and you're putting that into your body. If you buy that produce, that's
Well,
being
you're supposed
sprayed
to
on that,
wash your produce before you eat it.
and it's legal, and it's insidious, and it's. I bought some vegetable or grapes recently, and I thought, is this sprayed with this stuff or something? I hate not trusting the food.
I know, dude.
You should think about what you put in your body, but to that
I
extent,
never
I
had to
don't want
worry
to have to
about it
think
when
about it.
I was growing up
Exactly.
50 years ago. There was never an issue. The meat was always fresh. We had a local butcher that my dad went to. We didn't go to the grocery store for meat. We went to a real butcher.
Yeah. Yeah, and you'd watch them slice it, and you'd watch them put it in the butcher pipe, pipe it up for
You
you.
pick your cut of meat, dude. I mean, these guys knew
Yeah.
my dad. They'd be like,
Yeah.
come on in, you pick what you want. We'll cut it however you want, package it up for you.
I'd kill for a hot ham sandwich right now, that had that. Now I know you didn't like that much, but it was like smoked ham with the orange crust around the edge and whatnot, and
Oh no, I don't mind
little heat to it. My dad liked liverwurst. I could never do liverwurst. I know you love. I know you love liverwurst. Yeah. My mom likes liver and onions, and that does look good once it's done. But I just can't bring myself, and I do love beef and
Well, I make
onions.
a homemade liverwurst out of chicken livers.
I'm waiting to eat that
It's really
stuff
good.
that's ultra healthy for you when we go all sort of road warrior,
Yeah.
Then I'll eat organ meat, stuff like that, when I get
We're
desperate
gonna be
enough.
eating bugs.
Yeah, I mean, if they had their way, bug burgers, yeah, I mean, that would probably it might outsell the vegan burgers that they're trying to push off on people.
So
But I
I'd
doubt
probably eat the bugs before the vegan.
Yeah. Just because it's plant-based doesn't mean it's healthier for you. It depends
But
on
it
the
doesn't
plant.
have enough nutrients in it by itself. It's got
Like
no
people eat
protein.
cashews, I love cashews, and I was kind of late to the game on that, and that's good because that's actually and they've got alternatives for milk like cashew milk
Mhm.
That is a cashew milk. Cashews are related to the poison ivy, believe it or not. So if you
Oh
want
yeah,
a
yeah.
good cup of poison ivy juice, go right ahead. It's not good for you. It makes it, you can look at the cellular structure at these things and you can tell if it's good for your gut or not. And most of our ailments come from leaky gut. I do believe that. That's why I eat walnuts, because walnuts are probably shown to repair your gut lining. And so, a
Yeah.
handful of walnuts every day. I've already had a couple handfuls today.
Yeah,
Why
good.
not? It's a soft nut. I can still chew, and
I like walnuts. They got a nice flavor.
yeah. And oh man, when I make it like with a cherry dump cake, and you
Hmm.
cook it, and it even softens the nuts up even more. That
Oh
is
yeah,
so
dude.
good. And the cherries are good for inflammation anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
They say
and
cherries, blueberries, that kind of stuff are supposed to be like
you can eat healthy, and it can
super
be
fruit.
delish. It does not have to be a granola bar, which is
Oh,
probably that granola
there's some
crap
granola
that they
bars I
push
really
up
like.
on people is, I was eating from GNC, right? Have you seen the GNCs that's been out there in the past?
Oh yeah.
Health stores. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I was getting
familiar.
these chocolate covered soybean things, and that was, and I thought, I'm eating healthy. No, you're not. If you're eating soybean anything, ship that crap to China, and we do, or feed it to your cattle. But don't eat soybean or soybean oils or anything. It's one of the worst things in the planet you can put in your body, besides the man-made stuff. There are certain things on potato chips and stuff that your body turns it into formaldehyde. You don't need to be
Well,
putting that in your body.
mm,
I mean, it's okay when it goes in, but what your body converts it to, that should be made illegal. You can't do that because your body will turn it into formaldehyde. But it's all part of the plan. So
right, because you're poisoning yourself before it ever
and
makes it
don't
out
even
of your
know it.
body. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we're like, Lay's, that's good brand. And I'm not saying anything against Lay's, okay? I'm just picking that out because everybody knows the brand here in America.
But they all
Lay's
make them
potato.
the same way, and none of it's good for you.
Yeah. I didn't realize that the Pringle went back so far. I heard something on the news of that the other day. I think it goes back to at least the
Well,
50s,
Pringles
maybe.
aren't even actual potato chips. They actually make a powder out of the
Yeah.
potatoes and then
And then form it.
form those
Yeah.
like in little molds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dip it in water. I'll show you some mode. Just give it a day or two. Oh,
There you go.
you meant different type of mode.
I didn't see Tree
Gotcha.
Goblin. Is he here?
Yeah, he was here earlier. Yeah.
Was he? Oh, I missed him. Sorry,
I think
Tree.
I can. No. That was over on Risey's stream. I saw him.
Ah, well, yeah, I should have known.
So he might have been over there. Apparently, he likes Risey more than he does us. Let's start that rumor, shall we? I got to get batteries for this. I probably have some around the house, but I've given Mom some of my batteries. I think this takes two. I was
Rising's
going to keep this a secret, but for like
very
$5,
high energy. Yeah.
please. I got a voice changer. It will do 7 different voices. Change your voice. So we'll try
That
this
little
out.
thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
this
awesome.
little thing. So I don't know if it was worth the money, but I said, hey, that's worth a shot. Maybe that'll be entertaining for everybody.
If it actually works.
I like the Peter Frampton. Remember when they distorted his voice?
Yeah.
That was
using a
awesome.
pig.
Electronically. Yeah. That was cool.
Well, it's actually an air tube connected to your amplifier through a box, an effects box, and you can control the sound and stuff by the shape of your mouth and the way you sing into it. So yeah, it's a very strange thing, but if you're good with it, man, it's really cool.
He did Signed, Sealed, Delivered. I'm Yours. Here I Am, Baby, which was a remake, cover song. But I'm in You, and then he released Frampton Comes Alive. That sold 13 million before they even released it. Just pre-orders. That was huge back then. And then he dropped off the planet. I think he was in a car wreck or something, and he just totally sort of sidelined his career.
Yeah, he got fucked up for a little while.
Yeah, he was big though there for a while. And you know, he just came out like a year ago. Remember me reporting this, that he was wearing a wig. That wasn't his real hair.
Oh,
you know, the old curly sort of afro type thing. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't all his real hair by any means.
Yeah, the herpes.
You had the herpes.
Do you like my herpes?
Yeah. Mashed potatoes in a can, Bobby. Yeah.
Ew, mashed potatoes in a can. That sounds horrible. Although I've had powdered mashed potatoes before, where you just add milk and butter, and you got the potato flakes.
He says, I think pesticides and emphysema are connected. Absolutely. You know, Monsanto and
wouldn't surprise me a bit.
You know, Monsanto's a big employer of people thing, big in ConAgra and stuff. But like Roundup.
Oh yeah, dude.
I
and they knew that stuff was bad for us for years.
Lawsuit here, but it's we need to. You know,
well, you know what you gotta be careful of too, Rex, and they never told anybody until just recently. They've started giving out better warnings about it. But all your solvents, your lacquer, thinners, and stuff like that, shit that you guys use, especially as painters, if you get that on your hand, it soaks right to your skin and goes right into your liver and shit.
Your nervous.
It's like on an express train towards your shit.
Yeah. He meant Pringles mashed potatoes in a can.
Oh,
pretty much, yeah. Mash it up.
Yeah, you could. You just mash them up, and then you could probably pour those in a pan, add a little butter and a little milk, and make mashed potatoes out of that. Might be interesting with some of the flavors. See, that's the thing. I can only eat like 3 or 4 Pringles because I know they gotta be terrible for me. But they've got like really good flavors and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of that flavor is what keeps you coming back. You know, they design that snack stuff, especially in the chips, where your brain craves more and more and more of it, but it's not necessarily good for you.
Right, yeah. No, your body just likes the way it, that flavor, whatever kind of chemicals you're taking in off that coating.
It's meant to give you a dopamine rush and tickle your, what you...
Yeah, it makes you happy because it tastes really good. So it makes you happy, and you want to go back and feel happy.
But it is ultra bad for you. Ultimately, it's ultra bad for you. And someone saying they will mourn the loss of this.
I've got that all of the things that are a whole lot of fun or taste really good or anything like that are all bad for you.
Yeah.
It never fails.
And I just want to, grow old gracefully and not have to worry about
food. Too late.
Yeah. Hey, I look pretty good for my age. You leave This is a cool Wolverine.
Well, somebody's been using him as a pincushion. Darn pesky ninja.
In trouble. Yeah. Could have been Hawkeye.
Oh, pesky ninja. That could have been Hawkeye.
Look, he got 97 out of 100. What are you complaining about? Those are the 3 times he missed.
Oh.
I had to explain it. It's not funny if you had to explain it. But
no,
anyway.
I didn't get it. Yeah, sorry.
Here's another Jim Steranko cover.
The old stinker.
Yeah. Be nice to meet him before he's gone,
Yeah, somebody was saying they saw him recently at a con, man, and Still the same old Jim that he always is, man. Came in styling the 3-piece suit, the shades, just
Yeah.
yucking it up with
Well,
everybody.
I'm convinced that there's a William Shatner, serum out there or something. Some of these guys are doing pretty well for their age, but I'm glad that they're still around.
Yeah. Well, how old is Steranko now? He's got to be up there, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's at least in his 70s, if not early 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say he's got to be closing in on the 80s, I think. If he's not there
Here you
already.
go, Bruce Timm. How about this piece?
Yeah, again, little cartoony on the face for me.
Little cartoony. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's no more cartoony than something Norwal would do.
Did you ever hear me say I was a big fan of Narwhal? As far as I'm concerned, he did one really good book. That Foreign Agent book was amazing. I love the way he drew that.
Is that
And
what it was called, Foreign Agent?
Yeah, and everything he's drawn since then, in my opinion, has been utter crap.
Ooh, harsh assessment from Shadowhawk.
I just called them like I see them. And I haven't backed none of them because they don't look good enough to me. I'm not paying money for that crap. That Foreign Agent was a great story, a great book. He had a really good look to it. It was like watching an old black and white movie almost. But everything he's done since then, even with Richard Meyer and your boy Zach, they've all sucked.
Here's Gary Martin's Steranko recreation of Captain America 110. All done with a brush. Look at those lines.
Gary is a madman, dude. Look at that.
Look at those lines, man.
That's like you said, he does all of it with a brush. There's no Copics, there's no fine liners, none of that shit.
Right. Look at the scale of Hulk. He looks so much larger. If you look at especially Bucky there, he looks T90 compared to the Hulk back there.
Well, he should.
And he's in the distance, but I mean, he's in the distance. This would make the way he drew him. The Hulk is a giant on this cover. He's a giant.
Yeah, but even Captain America should look kind of dinky up next to the Hulk, man. The Hulk is the Hulk.
And in the Avenger movies, he kind of was, right?
Yeah, he was huge in those Avengers movies. I like that. That was the one thing they did right. They CGI'd good on the Hulk in the first couple of them.
For scale.
Yeah. I didn't care for fucking Mark Ruffalo being the Hulk, but whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
The ultra rare, I hope I get this right, Wandriwan tree kangaroo has reappeared after vanishing for nearly a century. The elusive animal was last seen by scientists in 1928 when German zoologists collected a single specimen from the Wadi, however you say that, mountains in New Guinea. For the next 90 years, it vanished into legend, and everyone believed it had gone extinct. The solitary marsupial was photographed for the first time by botanist Michael Smith in the remote Wadi mountains of New Guinea. With its golden fur, black nose, and long tail, the animal looks almost like a cross between a teddy bear and a wallaby, and it lives high in the rainforest. It's rarely seen by humans. So that's wild that it was considered extinct, and now it's back apparently.
Wow, crazy!
And there's an artist rendition of what one of those marsupials would be. So it's got a pouch, so it's like a tree kangaroo.
It kind of looks like a marmoset. Same kind of build to the body and stuff.
Marmoset.
Pretty cool.
Marmoset. I'm trying to picture that in my brain, what a marmoset is.
They look a lot like these guys. They're kind of a little chubbier build. but they
Mhm.
climb in the trees. They got really big eyes, real cute
Okay.
faces.
Yeah. This looks like a prehistoric animal, doesn't it? Just the look of it. Roland T in the house. Hello.
Howdy, roll and tea.
Yeah, he likes that piece.
I like Norton. Buffalo's all right. Oh, Raul, Octagon is Ryan James. Octagon is his book, his IP, and
I think
also
he knew
what
that because he was commenting how good that croc bog looks, or
I don't
gator
know. He just
bog,
said, "Who or what
as
is
he called it.
Octagon?"
Oh, okay. All right, all right.
And wow to that art. Yes, Ryan's very good. Oh,
Do you think
no.
Tartarans were the survivors of Atlantis?
Hmm? The what?
Tartarans.
I don't know if I'm familiar with Tartarans. Some new conspiracy theory you've cooked up, Rex?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever heard of Tartarans. I'm not
Why
sure.
deny it? Why deny it? Yeah, I mean, it's crazy with this eye test. You know, so far no one has found the word in the box, which would, that's crazy. I can see it. It says dog.
Oh, yeah, those are stupid.
They do the eye test. They look. I mean, how many 91s do you see?
Oh yeah, they do or you
One.
can spot the one
Yeah.
different one in a whole screen full or something.
One of these
yeah.
things is not like the other. We grew up doing that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's part of the thing, right? Because they know it'll suck you in because it's familiar to you.
Mm-hmm.
You did them when you were a kid, you know. It's like, oh, I know these things. Man, it was downright chilly this morning. It was like 50 degrees, 49 when I left for work.
I want to tell this one guy, that asked these questions, and often they just common sense dumb question. How old were you during the summer of London? None of your damn business. Are you running a profile on me? It's you could literally stay on X all day and answer these stupid questions. That the ones at
Oh yeah,
least, right?
yeah. And
It's
yeah, if somebody
it's
is actually out there, collating fucking information about you, they get a lot of it pretty quick. They could figure out what year you were born. They're gonna ask you, your age or do you remember this? Show you these old
find the
pictures.
mistake. He doesn't have a hat on the shadow. Find the mistake. No, the real mistake was posting such dumbass content like this.
Dribble. Yeah,
To
but
see
he's probably getting great interactions on fucking. I mean, I don't know what it means on Twitter if you can get paid over there or not yet. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I answered this one. Name a monster that is not Godzilla, and you know what I said. King Kong.
Of course.
I bet I
said
could have said
Gigan.
Gorgo.
I actually
I
answered
could have
that
said
one too.
Gorgo. Did you?
I said Gigan actually. I should have said Gorgo.
Okay. Answered
You know,
with
Gigan is right. The Godzilla foe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, someone tells you you're weird. How do you reply?
Yes, thank you.
The last thing you ate, what you have to name him, which it's a little dachshund dog. It's adorable. I said Chips. Chips the dog. That's adorable.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I'd like to have.
Little dachshunds are problems, dude.
Mm-hmm.
My brother had
What
one.
is your first thought when you see this? That's actually, I've seen this before. That's actually a certain type of fence that they put up in England.
Somebody was
Same
drunk when
thing.
they were putting up that fence.
Yeah. Statistics. Yeah. Amazing art poster needed. I'd buy it. Yeah. Well, I thought it would make a good print. We're definitely gonna hopefully, put this on the back of a trading card and put, Ryan's on the other side, and that could be the special card. Maybe. Maybe. It's a mystery card, so I don't know what we're gonna do. We might come up with something better. Tom Hanks, they say, what's your first thought when you see Tom Hanks? I don't want to answer that.
Well, wouldn't say anything nice.
Or test you things like, you know what this is, and I answered it because I know what it is. It's stupid.
Right. Well, Adam, you wouldn't believe how many of the younger generation have never seen
oh yeah,
these hand tools and different things we used to use in the kitchen.
Yeah, 90% of the people don't know that it says. Now, I find that hard to believe. It's a cheese cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
you know what works really good as a cheese cutter, dude? And I just discovered this not that long ago, but it works great. Instead of using like a regular cheese cutter, use your vegetable peel. And you can cut cheese with that thing super nice and easy.
My dog's been cutting cheese over here like 2 or 3 times. Since
That's a whole nother kind of cheese, right?
Yeah. Stupid questions like, should men and women always be paid equally for the same job? Well, I mean, we have laws on the books for that stuff. Why even ask the question? It's stupid.
Right.
Why bring up old rubbish? I thought we got that settled a long time ago. What's a great song without any vocals? Oh, this was a great piece. I saved this. It's called War Paint. Check that out.
Oh, that's cool.
That looks cool. I wonder if it looks like she uses lipstick bullets.
It is.
But look at that leg. So realistic. Very nice, man. Very nice piece. That's Alex Ross level stuff. That's cool. That ain't easy to do, folks. And if you think it is, do it. Wait, do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thinking it could have been done pretty easy with AI.
Maybe. Or like, what cup of coffee do you drink? Are you 1, 2, 3? I'm 1. I'm black. Black coffee. Now, Elsie's probably around 6 or 7, probably.
No, I'm like probably a 4 or a 5. Yeah, probably a 5 right in the middle there.
I just want to see bottle of creamer, cup of coffee, right? Go. Why put it in your coffee? Just drink it straight out of the bottle.
Okay.
Just a suggestion.
You do you, boo.
You do you, boo. Right. So here you go. Been drunk, $10 fine. Smoking weed, $10 fine. Went streaking, $10. Skinny dipping, $10. Those are a lot of fines. And then you're supposed to tally up and maybe be foolish enough to brat on yourself, Meet a rock star, $30.
I owe a bunch of money on that one.
Yeah.
I think I answered yes to that whole list.
Star Wars fantasy or science fiction? I've used
Star Wars is still technically sci-fi, even though it's got some heavy fantasy elements to it too, but it's still got a sci-fi
hand reel. Have you never seen a hand reel? Come on, folks.
Of course it is.
And you're saying the young people don't know? I imagine they don't know what a hand
No,
drill
they
looks
don't. I'm
like.
telling you, man. If after a certain point, after us, their kids see those pictures
Yeah.
today and like they don't have no idea what that is. They
I
don't
an-
even know that hand drills were a thing.
I answered this one. If you think your English is good, I challenge you to write a word that starts with T and ends in T. I said test. So stupid.
Yeah, there's 1,000 words that start with T and end with T. This is another one of the ones you were talking about. It's just stupid.
Toot. TOO2. I mean,
Mm.
202. Why?
What?
TOO2T. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could do
Yeah.
toot.
Toot. Yeah.
Toot toot.
Okay. I like this. Look here. Which word did you see first? Let me look. Experience. Right there in the middle, going right across. There's humor underneath it.
Yeah, these always take me a second. I think I found there was something else up there running across one of the upper lines.
Mm-hmm. Love was one of them. Beauty.
No, it was a longer word than that. It was like 6 or 7 letters.
Mm-hmm.
Forget what it was exactly.
Or asking your opinion, like bring back one canceled show.
Yeah. See, I mean
that's the problem. They're bringing back all the old stuff, and they're not doing it any better.
Mm-hmm.
I am a number. If you triple me and then add 6, the result is 21. What number am I? What the hell? What's the first thing you think of when you see Eric Stoltz? Why do you want to know?
It was 5, just so you know.
Say what?
I said it was 5.
Okay. The only thing that I think of when I see this actor is that he was in that Capricorn or whatever, that Battlestar Galactica spinoff show, because that's the only thing that I've seen him in, unless he was in Memphis Belle. I can't remember if he was in that or not.
Who, Eric Stoltz?
Yeah.
No, he was in Anaconda, the first one. He was in Pulp Fiction. He's the long-haired redheaded guy where they go to his house and he has to fucking stab her with the adrenaline shot to the heart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What is your response when you see this person and it says Trump is not my president? I say, grow up.
I say, move the fuck out of the country. Then you're in the wrong country.
It's an Asian woman with some other Asian people around her holding it up.
Well, dude, I'm whatever. I'm not getting into all that.
Yeah, no need. Yeah, or if one has to go by, what do you want to get rid of? Chips.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
What? Hold on, let me see.
Brownies,
like
chips, ice cream, or apple pie.
Forever? No, I'm getting rid of the chips. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, get rid of the chips. Hell yeah.
The rest of them I'm holding on to.
No doubt. Stoltz is famous for being fired from Back to the Future. Oh, I wonder if Dr. Giggles used that. Maybe you're talking about the hand drill.
The hand drill. Oh, that would be highly
in
uncomfortable.
early brain surgery. They use something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here's your visual. My God.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want the one-time purchase or the subscription on that face. Sorry.
A phrase people use these days that you can't stand, and I said hello, just to be funny. I hope I got this one right. I was a little iffy on this, but they were asking what the cat was in this picture with Walt Disney, and I said a lynx.
A lynx?
A lynx. Is that a lynx?
Looks like it. Yeah, it could be. If it's a lynx, it's a kitten. It's not.
Yeah.
It ain't grown yet.
The spots. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the news
Well, he
today,
wouldn't be holding a full grown one like that.
No, Walt Disney mauled today by lynx. Loses life on the wonderful.
He only lost an eye in one ear. He'll be okay.
I never leave the house without and I didn't answer that. There's so many different ones. Or which character is more memorable, Scooby-Doo or Scotty from Star Trek? Stupid.
The answer is happiness is a warm gun.
Brain test.
In Minecraft.
Divide 90 by half and then add 25. Only geniuses will answer. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. Some of the things that they post. What rock concert is he heading to? Grand Funk Auto. Grand Funk. How about that?
Grand Funk Auto? Grand Funk Railroad.
Well, okay, Railroad. Whatever gets you there, Shadow.
Good Lord, Rex.
We need to go back to handlebar mustaches. I'm convinced of
Grand
that.
Funk Moped, man. Those guys rock.
There you go. Name something you can hear but not see. Air. Wait. Yeah, that works. That was just off the top of my head, obviously, but it works. Song that mentions a celebrity in them. I don't want to answer that.
The sound of one hand clapping.
The first time I did 100 mile per hour was in a
Camaro.
I would say my 67 Cutlass, and it was all it could do to get up to 100, really.
Oh, dude, I got to drive for like 100 miles following another Camaro. The guy must have had like radar detectors and shit. Because I was doing 80 coming back up to Chicago from Houston. We were in Arkansas, just on open fucking goddamn, nothing there highway. And this dude blew past me like I was standing still, man. And my wife was sleeping in the car. The baby was sleeping in the back. I had my bird in the seat right behind me in his cage. And I just floored it just to keep up with this guy. And by the time I looked down, I was doing 125. And we did that all the way across the state of Arkansas, dude.
Yeah, we do have, believe it or not, state troopers somewhere. They usually hide out.
They were all on break that day, bro, because we cruised.
They must have been. Ben Soto, that we had on recently, his books said were delivered beautifully from Peter Samedi. So Pete Samedi, and again, look at this, another Western.
Yeah, dude, you were like, ahead of your time. The only problem is now everybody's getting them out before you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but at some point.
Oh, dude, Aaron Lepresti was on last night with Malin, and he's got 7 pages left of Wraith of God 3, dude. Everything else is already out being lettered at this point, so it's going to be coming soon. I'm looking forward to that one.
This was a humorous one. Is there a building if there is a building on fire, you can only save 2, and I said let it burn. Let it burn, please. Let it burn.
Oh wait,
Just
yeah, fuck it. I ain't saving none of that.
Yeah, it's beyond hope.
You seen the ones where they it's like the same question basically, but they got Nancy Pelosi or Obama or the Clintons like in quicksand. Like they're in a pit of quicksand. What are you throwing them? I'm usually like a bag of cement, a 100-pound barbell. And and
you know,
Hillary.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not answering their question. Do you consider Barack Obama a good leader? That was Tucker Carlson. Yes or no? Hell no. Name one. Name something a Democrat does better than a Republican. Scam. I don't know. Which politician does this remind you of? And they got a mouse there, or a rat. I I, I don't want to answer such questions. You know, I don't want to come down
Well,
one
you don't
side of
have
the
to.
fence. What will Hillary Clinton be remembered for? Oh my God. You know, why did children in the 1950s act more respectful in public? Because they had parents that actually cared and didn't put up with all this other. I actually saw a monster today. It was this girl that had piercings all in her mouth. Uh, it was crazy. I don't know. It was all you if you saw it in her eyes, it
Dude, you
demonic,
want to talk
man.
about something crazy? I saw a girl that had that same thing, but
Mhm.
wasn't in her mouth.
Oh yeah. Do you trust your government? I'm not answering that.
Oh, I do. Hell no, I don't trust my government. Why would I? Have they
Yeah, but
given me
they
a
don't need
reason
to.
to?
They don't need me to tell them that,
They
and
already know
answer
we don't
that.
trust them. That's why they're fucking sending out these chatbots to gather information. They know we
Name
don't trust
something
them.
you shouldn't do naked. Go
Ooh.
out in public. I mean, I don't know.
I suggest staying away from like campfires and barbecues when you're naked, because you just never
Oh, there
know.
you go. Yeah. Could you
Bar-
stay in a house for a whole week without stepping a foot outside for 100K? Yeah, I do it all the time for less than that.
Ain't
Of course.
it?
In in one word, what's the biggest destroy of happiness? Unhappiness. Anchovies on a pizza, yes or no? I know you say
Yes,
yes, I
baby.
say no. This does not look appetizing to me. Not at all.
What's wrong with
It looks like the eye of Sauron to me.
them? Dude, I love those
Uh,
little anchovies.
Carrie says, I have many facial piercings. Doesn't make someone a month. I'm saying she went to an extreme. I don't even know how she eats.
Yeah, where they're
The
like
girl,
almost like linked together when her lips
it's
close.
it's in, and she was putting something else in there. It's you, Carrie. You're not even close to
No,
what this
Carrie,
girl. She,
like I can't
it,
even describe what I saw
if
without
she sees
getting our
beauty in
channel
that,
struck.
I mean, does she have a right to do that if she's of age? Sure, but I just there's some mental illness there that's that because she took it to such an extreme. Like
Hmm.
this one guy that I noticed, he had all facial tattoos, and he got them removed very painfully, right? And you can still see the faint things on his face, right? But for the most part, it's removed. Um, he was
Well,
tired
yeah,
of
you probably
people
have to.
looking at him like a circus freak, and I thought, when you put all that stuff on and paid thousands of dollars to have that done, what were you thinking that the average person was going to think of you?
Well, they're
Use some
not. They're
common
not thinking
sense
about. They're not thinking about that when they're young. They're trying to look cool. That's the most important thing is looking cool.
and
So they're not
standing
thinking
out.
about
Yeah.
how is this. I mean, look at these kids that do the crazy fucking gauges they call them in their earlobes and shit.
Oh
So
yeah.
when you finally take that thing out of there, you got a giant hole and your earlobe is hanging down to like your
Yeah.
fucking jawbone. And it's
Yeah.
like,
And
how are you going to be a banker or a respected lawyer or something when you're walking around looking like that? Nobody's gonna.
and
People are gonna look
and
at
they
you and be
had to
like, "What
do
the fuck?"
surgery on your ear to fill that in. I've seen a person go through that, to
Oh,
correct
yeah,
that.
but then you're gonna have one big giant ear and one small one.
Yeah. Well,
Oh God.
your ears and your nose are one thing that keep growing all your life, right?
Yeah, but they don't grow back if you cut them off.
No.
I mean,
No. And I mean, we've taken look, it's not about self imagery or any of this. It's an insidious direct, when you're When young girls want to cut things off and boys want to cut things off, that's just
No,
they're being
you gotta drop
they're being fed some propaganda and they're believing it.
You know, once you're 18 or 21 or whatever, you know, you're
Sure,
supposedly an
an
adult.
adult.
If
Right.
you decide you're gonna do something, you know, and that's why we have rules about tattoos and shit, so that fucking little kids don't go get fucking goddamn Snoopy tattooed on them when they're 10 because they think they're always gonna love Snoopy.
And
You know,
today
or
it would be like I hate Trump or something that you couldn't
well,
wear just everywhere, you know.
okay, we're not going
You
there
know what
again.
I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
I'm just saying today it would probably be
Okay,
something
here's one
highly
for you. Since
controversial.
we're just gonna have to go controversial today. How soon before PTP and his old lady get their baby her first tattoo?
Wow, now that is, yeah. Well, anyway, on that sour note, we're gonna say keep collecting and be done with it because you know I got to go to work in a little less than an hour. Clock in.
Hey, you made
And
that
she's going
happen.
to go out anyway.
I hope you feel happy.
She probably already got one. Anyway, oh, did I say that?